Internacional are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Passes. He's had a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, his thinking may have been about making his presence felt, but not the wisest of decisions.
Internacional with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. In by Messi. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ibrahimovic, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Messi. He's found the way through. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Messi. Right card, deals with that comfortably. Looking for a corner. Corner number 2, then. They've played it short. Here's a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Messi goes short. Real chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Eto'o chasing after it. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Hullet. Well, that's a clever-looking ball.
Napoli always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Gerrard! That had everyone off their seats.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's the keeper's ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Internacional clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pirlo looking to pass their way up the pitch.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Gets his head on it! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Ibrahimovic is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Nesta. And it's Rijkaard. Tries to play it through. Zola providing an outlet on that flank.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nicked it back promptly. Gerrard, he's being urged to shoot. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Eto'o, and they can counter here, and he's managed to get free. And it's Figo, looking here to chip it. And a chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Hullet, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Gerrard, oh, good-looking ball. And the pass is intercepted. That's going wide left. He has found a way through. Lofted and a header! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 9.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Numero 2. Fabio Cannavaro.
And this is Eto'o. Figo. Hullet, spread out to the left, back towards the middle. Roberto Carlos is in a really good position out wide. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Zola. Neymar. He's got away. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. That's put paid to the danger. Nice physical challenge. Oh, good read. Solar. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Internacional come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Gerrard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Internacional do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Great ball if he can get there. He's shifting through the gears here. He's got a goal! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's starting to look very... And the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Internacional get their fourth corner.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And now they can spring out of defence. That is headed for the middle. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Cross from Cafu, brilliantly cut out.
Internacional clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Knocks it out wide. Cafu, lovely feet. Now the cross, he's cut it out. Pirlo, who's set up one goal so far. Now, what about a counter-attack? Vieira. Pirlo. Now, that's well seen too.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's tidy. And it's Gerrard. Gerrard cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Internacional needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
He's having a pop! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Pirlo. Now it's Figo. Now it's Eto'o. And here's Figo. Figo touches it back. Gerrard. Totti. Backward it goes. Into the last quarter of an hour. Hullet. And Hullet! And how did he not put that away?
Hullet has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Pirlo with the short one.
Napoli really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
That is good alertness. Oh, this looks sharp. He won't be happy with that one. Totti. Now it's Shevchenko. Hugo. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Girassi. Aimed beyond the defence. Real chance. Gerrard! Goal! International! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Internacional leading now.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Gerrard, nicely spread. Cafu, in towards the back stick. And he shoots! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Can he... Oh, what has happened here? Now here's the delivery. Pirlo. Eto.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And now they can clear their lines. Cannavaro wins. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway.
Well, look, it's going to be a very hard job to make sure that the lone man up front doesn't get isolated.
Well, that is the obvious worry, isn't it?
Yeah, usually managers play a compact midfield when trying not to give away space, but it gives you little scope when trying to create and exploit space yourself.
So emphasis very much on defence.
Absolutely.
Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Messi. And Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Internacional with the corner, there first. They've played it short. Takes the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Zola is offering a wry smile there.
Cafu carries the ball down the right. Messi looking to receive it in space. Now who's going to be first to this? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Hazard tries to pass it through. Played through for the wide man. Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted. Ibrahimovic! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.